Alright, hello guys, this is gonna be a short video guide of Arcane Mage and how you open up and how you manage your mana and rotation. It's gonna be a very basic stuff, it's not gonna be in-depth things at all, so I'm just showing you guys very shortly how it's done very easily. Before I begin here, I'm gonna explain a little bit how I open up. Basically, on the pull timer, around 7-8 seconds, you wanna place your rune of powers. This is gonna be like a butcher fight, so it's gonna stand still and or just spam your shit. So, at 7-8 seconds, you wanna use your rune of powers. At 2 to 3 seconds, you wanna use your pre-pot and start your arcane blast, so it hits the boss as the pull timer ends. Then you wanna keep doing your arcane blast until you get 4 charges. When you have 4 charges, you want to place your crystal on the boss, use your trinket and your arcane power, use both your supernovas right away. After you use your supernovas, you continue spamming your arcane blast, but you weave in your arcane missiles every arcane blast, so you can keep your high mana costs all the time. And at the end of the crystal, you want to do like 2 arcane blasts, and then you want to squeeze in a Presence of Mind Arcane Blast right at the end before Crystal disappears. Sometimes you don't get it, sometimes you do. Like it kind of depends, but most of the time you should get it off. Oh yeah, if you're running Prismatic Crystal and you're planning on using it every cooldown, you don't want this glyph. You don't want the Arcane Power glyph, because if you don't have the glyph, your Arcane Power will line up with your Crystal every time, because they both become 1.5 minute cooldown, which is pretty good. Alright, so let's go. Let's do this. The DBM pull timer 10. Okay, I want to use my rune of powers here, so they're like refreshed. Pre-pot here, and then use your arcane blast and use bloodlust right away, because this is like a butcher fight for mythic. And then you place your crystal, use your cooldowns. I'm not getting many procs here, so you can't weave them in. So you're gonna continue doing arcane blast here. Get 1 more, and then you get 2 more here, and then Presence of Mind at the end, and you continue. Now you wanna continue doing this until you get to 50% mana, but you wanna make sure you use all arcane blast. Here we're gonna evocate, only 1 tick, and then we continue. Now we're in the conserve phase. If you're above 90% mana, you wanna use arcane blast. If you're below 90% mana and you don't have any arcane missiles, you want to use your arcane barrage. But if you have like here now, I'm gonna have to use my arcane barrage. Just keep resetting your stacks, and you basically want to try to keep around 90% mana. That's the goal here. Okay, you're below 90%, so you want to use arcane barrage. Reset your stacks. Make sure you use your supernovas when you're high mana and before they cap on 2 charges. Here, I'll use another arcane blast. I'm gonna reset again. Then it's just like this. Now your crystal is coming up here in 15 seconds, so you want to make sure you have 2 charges of supernova. So I'm not gonna use another supernova charge here. I'm gonna save it up for my crystal and my arcane power, which is what I'm gonna use here. Here, and then use 1 supernova, and you go back to this. After this, you're gonna evocate again. And you use your Presence of Mind here for the last one, and you go back to the boss. You wanna make sure you use all your arcane missiles here before you evocate, as usual. Since I don't have bloodlust, I'm gonna evocate a bit earlier. I'm gonna evocate now, after this one. And then I'm gonna go back, spamming this. And I'm gonna use my trinket here with my my other trinkets, the procs. Because at 6 minutes, your trinkets will line up. Your trinket will line up with crystal and arcane power again. So you just wanna use your trinket on cooldown. At least that's how I do it. Don't know if it's the correct way, but that's what I do. And you just keep doing this. Below 90% mana, you use arcane missiles. I'm gonna be above here. I'm gonna use another arcane blast. I'm gonna be below, so I use arcane barrage, and then I just reset, and then I get another cast stuff. I get a lot of procs here, where you have to use this Arcane Missiles. I'm gonna also... Now my Rune of Power is about to run out, so I'm gonna use another one. Supernova. I should not have done the Supernova, I just made a mistake there. I should have saved that Supernova for my Crystal, which is coming up right now. You wanna make sure you have 2 Supernovas for every Crystal. I'm only gonna have 1 for this Crystal now. Because I fucked up. But that's fine. You will get the gist of it anyway. I wanna get a Presence of Mind at the end there. Then you continue. I'm gonna advocate here after this one. Evocation now. Just for 1 tick. And then you move, and then you start all over again. Get your Supernova off here when you're high mana right now. Then I can do another Arcane Blast because I'm above 90%. Then I will reset again with Arcane Barrage. Basically, the main idea is you want to keep around 90% mana all the time, as much as possible. Since it's 40 seconds left on my Crystal, I can use 1 more Supernova before, which I'm gonna use here because I wanna do it before I get low on mana, or like before I get below 90%. I can do another Arcane Blast because I'm above 90%. My trinket is up, so I'm gonna use it with my other trinket that procced. My Sandman Pouch procced as well. Sandman Pouch has a 2 minutes internal cooldown, so it will be up every time you use your trinket, pretty much. Reset here. You see my Crystal is about to come up. It's gonna come up here, so I'm gonna place it down. Placing it. Using my Supernovas right away when I'm full mana. Then I'm weaving in my Arcane Mage a little bit here. Gonna get 1 last off here with Presence of Mind. Go back to boss. Then we do a few more, then we Evocate again. Do 1 more Arcane Missile here. At least 2 more. Then we Evocate here. Actually, I can do 1 more blast, and then I only want 1 tick, because otherwise you waste too much mana. I mean, you waste too much time. And basically this is how you do it. This is not much more to it, really. It's pretty simple when you get the hang of it. On a single target fight like Butcher, where you don't move a lot, it's very easy to manage your mana and your stacks as Arcane. The main important thing is that you save your Supernovas for your Crystal, and that you are on 4 charges and full mana when you're about to get your Crystal up. That's very important too. But yeah, this is pretty much it. If you guys have any more questions about my rotation or the opener, just feel free to ask them in the comments below. I'll try to answer all the questions. I don't know 100% if this is exactly how you want to play it, but this is how I play it, and I'm getting results from it, good results. So it works for me. It might change in the future, but this is how it works right now for me, at least. I'll also go through what talents I use on every boss in Heimal, just for you guys, since I'm sure someone will ask anyway. So you have a few single target fights like Kargat, Butcher, and Korag are kind of single target fights, kinda. All those 3 fights you want to use, at least I use Supernova, Rune of Power, Prismatic Crystal. Kargat, Butcher, Korag. I use these 3 for Korag, Butcher, and Kargat. Now for Brackenspore, I use this. Incantage Flow, Supernova, Prismatic Crystal. Because there's a lot of movement in Brackenspore, you have to move the totems, mushrooms and stuff like that. And dodge waves, so this one I feel is better. This is Arcane, of course. If you want to play Arcane on all bosses, this is what I use. And then we have we have Tectus. Tectus is a very AoE heavy fight, so I run this for Tectus. I'm not sure how strong it is. Supernova might be better than Nether Tempest. I haven't tried Supernova yet on Tectus. It kind of depends how fast you kill the ads at the last phase. Supernova might be better. Arcane Orb is pretty good for getting stacks. But yeah, this is my AoE setup. I also use this setup on... actually no, I don't. This is a setup I run... I run this setup now for Imperator Mythic, I ran this setup. But I think I might go with Prismatic Crystal today when we're doing it again. I'm not sure. Anyways, and then we have Twins, which is yeah, this is what I run for Twins. Supernova, Incanter Slow, and Overpowered is what I run for Twins. There's quite a bit of a movement in that fight, and there's also 2 targets, so I don't think... I mean, Crystal might be better, I'm not sure, but I like Overpowered. If you get a lot of procs, you can get like 1 minute Arcane. Oh yeah, what I said before, like, when you don't run with Crystal, when you run with Overpowered, you want to run with your Arcane Power Glyph. Only remove this one if you have Crystal. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, make sure you comment in the video, and I'll get to them. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope it was helpful for you guys.